How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I am back. Yes, I am. This is Anita in the Biz Coach, and I am back with all things grants. All right. You guys have been hearing me talk about my master class that I had. Well, I guess it was last month and this month. It's the month of September and October, and it has been a smash hit. Let me just say, not give myself a pat on the back. No, just kidding. But let me just say that I have had so much great feedback from people that attended, and got a chance to get all that good information. I was spilling, baby. I was giving that tea. What? Y'all ain't playing with y'all about this. This ain't flow, play. This stuff is serious, man. I was sharing about how October the 1st of each year is the new fiscal year for the government. So that means new money for grants, new money for contracts, just new money out there, new money, new opportunities, you all. It is time. This is the time to get this information that you need to go ahead and start getting this grant money and all this money that's out here. But you got to know how to do it. You got to be prepared to do it. You can't just be, just throwing stuff here and there and everywhere. You got to know how to look for people that will fund your causes, your projects, your programs. Making your services even better. Expanding on what you're already doing or creating a whole new thing altogether. Okay, this is the time. I'm just saying. Yes, this is the time. So that's why you want to get in on this masterclass. If you didn't get it before, here's your chance to get it again. All right. I did have it free, for those times that I was doing it. But let me tell y'all, I just can't be doing it all the time. It takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of time. I don't just hop on and be doing stuff. I like to be prepared. I like to have updated information, any type of new trends that's going on, anything and everything that I can bring, I am bringing it. All right. So what I decided to do, because so many people was requesting it and wanting it again, I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and make this into a product. So what I decided to do is to actually share as a product, a digital product. It's a recording of one of the classes that we did. All right. So you will get the lowdown and the shakedown on everything I was sharing, all that tea I was spilling. All right. Just so that you can make sure that you are grant ready for this new fiscal year that's going on. You got to get this money. It's out there. Why not get it? So why not be ready? Get yourself ready for it. Okay. So some of the things that I talk about and I share is my three-phase get grant ready process. So, in the first phase, you learn how to gather your own information, that you have to put together to be able to apply for these grants, right? So, that moves on to knowing how to gather information on your target population and or your target audience or your target, your ideal client, perhaps. So, we talk, a lot about that as well. So then we move on into learning how to gather information on, your ideal client, like I said, your population, and then we move on and we learn how to gather information and to research more on the funders because you want to know what type of things they fund, who they funded before. You want to know how to find out all these different things. You want to know who is giving the money, who got that money, baby. That's what we're talking about in this master class. Where to go, resources and places to go to look for grants, whether that's governmental, whether that's corporations or foundations. I talk a little bit about all of that, right? And then we talk about how to put your grant application packet together. It ain't just a piece of paper. No, it ain't just an online, form that you fill out. You've got to do attachments. You got to know how to have all these things ready, what you need to have ready. I have checklists and things that you can have access to as well when you do this process. Okay. So I will be offering this masterclass recording for the minimum fee of $19.99. And believe me, I ain't even making no money really off of this for real, y'all. But I have to put some type of value because there's so much value. Believe me, I can charge way, way more than this. And believe me, it will go up because I will be recording and doing it, on a professional basis, or, a recording where it's straight digital product. And it will definitely be more than $20. So let me just say that. Okay. Because I saw the value that people got out of it. They enjoyed it. I still have people telling me now, oh my God, can you do it again? When you doing it again? No, it's too much. It's too much. It takes a lot of time, you all, and a lot of energy. So that's why I decided to share one of my recordings of it until I actually have it recorded as a workshop where you can, you don't have to wait till that's produced and done. You can go ahead and at least get this one for now so that you can get this information, because I'm telling you, you don't want to keep having these opportunities pass you by. There is too much money out here for you all to get. So why not go ahead and get it? Stop putting it off. Stop procrastinating. Learn how to do this stuff. Yes, I write grants for people, my clients, all the time. Yes, I do research for people all the time. I do all these things. But why not learn how to do it yourself? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to always rely on somebody else. Yes, sometimes it's best to go ahead and get some help, all right, from somebody know what they're doing. It has been doing it for a while, right? So you have those times, but then you want to know the process yourself. You want to understand the process and what is involved in finding grants, researching, because it's a lot of research. Okay, a lot of research. I'm just, and I love to research and I love to write. So you have to have these characteristics to be able to do this type of work. And you have to have the desire to serve and help people. And I have all of that. And I am so excited and I'm so grateful to be able to share all this great information with you all. Okay. So there should be a link where you can click on and go ahead and get started on that. And I'm sure I'll be sharing more information, instructions in the email or post or however you're receiving this. Okay. All right. So today, I wanted to talk and show you all a little bit about this interesting grant opportunity that I came across. All right. Man, I'm like, when I say it's money out here for everything under the sun, man, baby, it's out here. It's out here. So, this is actually a partnership between the National Association of Black Journalists and Facebook's owner's wife. Okay. Chan Zuckerberg, if I'm saying that right, you all. I didn't want to say it wrong. Y'all know I can be a little country at times, all the time, but I love it. I don't care. Anyway, so this is called the 2022 Black Press Grant Program, and it is now open until December 2022. Don't know the date on, what date in December. I didn't come across that as of yet, but it's October. You don't want to keep waiting. I said it. That's right. Go on and apply for this if you fall in these categories. If you are doing any of these great things or want to do some of these great things, all right, as a journalist or as a producer or what have you, right? So I'm not going to read all of this. You can go to this website. Let's see. Let me move my face there. You can go to NABJONLINE. So that's nabjonline.org. Okay. And then you can just Google like I did, uh, the NABJ 2022 Black Press Grant. All right. So I just put that in Google and yeah, it came up. So I just want to be able to share this with you all. And if you know somebody that might qualify for this, pass it on, please. Please pass on the wealth. All right. So as you can see, this initiative, and they're doing an invite to develop investigative feature. If that's what you're wanting to do or been thinking about doing or already doing that kind of work, and you would like to maybe do something in this realm on these topics, and they want to enterprise stories or series or productions that focus on the impact of COVID-19 and the effects it had on K through 12 education. Now they have earmarked $300,000 for this initiative, and then you can click there to go to the application. We'll be looking at that in a minute. All right, so I just wanted to share a little bit more information about it. Let's see, they have a lot of quotes and comments from Chan, And it says this Black Press Grant program supports high quality journalism that elevates innovative support for students and teachers. All right. It goes on to say that final projects will be published in the grant's recipients' respective communities, including print platforms and critical champion digital platforms. All right, so the organization will also publish these stories on their upcoming digital news site. All right, awesome stuff, awesome stuff. So, gives you a little background about the National Association of Black Journalists there. Then it talks a little bit more about the initiative that Chan started with them, the partnership that they've built together. And it actually has a media contact email there as well. And you can go to her website and find out more about what she's doing in the different communities as well, and in her philanthropy efforts. Okay. So I went on and clicked on the here. So I already have it open here. So I'll go ahead and share it. Of course, we're not going to read through all of this, but this is where you would find the details and the criteria to see if you qualify, to see what's required for you to apply for this particular grant. All right. So it does say that they're funding up to $10,000. It said it will provide, the organization will provide the support to original journalism content supported with an endorsement from a Black-owned media outlet for freelance journalists. A review of the proposals will be led by a select committee from the NABJ staff, and also they will distribute content produced from the grant through its newly launched news platform. So they're creating a news platform and they're going to be sharing that information on there. All right. So it says that the term is April 2022 through December 2022. And like I said, they're going to fund up to $10,000. All right. So it talks a little bit about the eligibility there. It's open to journalists working at a Black-owned media organization within the U.S. or serving as a freelance journalist to a U.S. Black-owned news organization. So that means you could be contracted with them. You know, you don't have to be a employee of the organization, but at least a contractor or freelancer with them. All right. So it says membership in the National Association of Black Journalists is not required for funding support, but it is helpful. Hint, hint, right? Application tells you a little bit more about that. There it says it's required to submit a preliminary project proposal outlining a research reporting or writing assignment to be undertaken within a week to 3-month period following the grant review and approval. So that gives you that stipulation of time that you have to have this completed by. All right. It tells you a little bit more about the different proposal elements, what you need to provide for to be able to submit this application. All right, so it gives you more details there. And as people know, if you've attended my workshop before, or at least my master class, here we're talking about that provide a line item budget. Told y'all you got to have that line item budget, baby. You got to have it done and ready. Okay. And they have a contact here, awards@nabj.org if you have any questions. As always, you guys know I love to reach out for clarification on things if I'm not quite sure about something, or if I, just have a question about something that, that the criteria is stating, and maybe to me, I don't quite understand it, or I just have more information, or things I want to ask, right? More information I need. So it's always great to be able to have that contact person that you can contact to get more information. Then it goes on here, and this is the actual application itself. So you can see some of the information that is required here. Some of your basic information, of course. You have to have a cover letter, a bio, or a resume. All right. You have to have 2 reference letters. So place there to upload those. Then you have to do a description of the topic you plan to focus on during the grant and outline the practical and logistical steps that will be required to complete it. That's a maximum of 500 words. You need to provide a brief background of the issue. So explain if and how it has been covered previously and how it's relevant still to your local community and what aspects remain to be examined. 500 words there. Then you need to go on to explain how you expect the report, how to report about the issue that you will cover. Will it result in a single news story? Is it going to be a production? Are you doing a feature article, a series of articles, or broadcast stories, commentaries, and all these other things? TV, radio show. How you plan on doing this, right? And then it asks, do you expect to publish or broadcast in news outlets other than your own? Okay, so you have your 500 word limit there. And it talks about if you're a freelancer, please outline your publishing strategy. How do you plan to get the story published? So if you just out here, you're a freelancer, freelance writer, freelance journalist, or whatever, and you're not actually working for somebody. So they want to know, how you're going to get it out. What type of outlets do you have that you'd be able to publish your story or your article or whatever series that you're going to do for this particular thing here. So it says that you have to upload your letters of commitment or intent to publish from news outlets. So let's say you get your local one of your local stations to say, hey, yeah, we're going to partner with you to be able to broadcast this. Then you need a letter of commitment or intent from them. And you need two of these letters look like. So you'll have to upload those. And normally they would have to be on letterhead from that particular outlet, so that they know it's legitimate. Can't just be typing up your own letter now. You got to get some from folks that you say you're going to work with. Okay. Then you have to explain your proposed timeline. We talked about that in the master class too, about those timelines and how we're supposed to make those up. And then explain how you plan to advance the story. The project proposal is intended to be preliminary, and you are not expected to necessarily have final details and contacts in place at the time of the application. So you can talk about how or ideas that you have of how you want to do that, even if you haven't done it yet. So you have the space to provide that information, read over all that good information there. Let's see, and this bar is in the way, then you just submit at the bottom. All right. Awesome opportunity for a freelancer or a Black-owned organization that wants to talk about this topic or maybe want to expand on what they're already doing when it comes to the school systems, the teachers, and how COVID-19 has affected them in their communities. So awesome stuff. Yes, I love it. Yes, yes, yes. So if you need to get in contact with me, you can always reach me on social media at Anita N, the Biz Coach, and that would be on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. All right, till next time, you guys take care and stay safe and go out here and get this money. All right.